Cardi B and Offset's breakup seemed really suspicious and all well too-timed with too many inconsistencies that I can definitely say was fake. Number 7. The beginning. Let's start at the top, shall we? After what seemed to be a very successful year of marriage and the welcoming of their daughter into the world and raising her together, Cardi B abruptly went onto Instagram and recorded a video stating that the two were separating.
But we're not together anymore. I don't know, it might take time to get a divorce.
So everybody's been bugging me and everything, and I've been trying to work things out with my baby father for a hot minute now, she said. And we're really good friends, and we're really good business partners, and he's always someone that I run to, talk to, and we got a lot of love for each other. But things just haven't been working out between us for a long time, she added. Cardi went on to say, and it's nobody's fault, it's just like we grew out of love, but we're not together anymore. I don't know, it might take some time to get a divorce, and I'm always going to have a lot of love for him because he's my daughter's father. And yeah, this rather casual and emotionless way of describing the breakup has a lot of fans scratching their heads. Granted, we didn't see anything behind the scenes, but still, if you're gonna post something like a breakup post or video, there is going to be some mixed emotions and feelings. And though she said that she had those, the proof is very far less convincing. However, Offset did a little bit of a better job because he went into the comments and said, "Y'all got what you wanted, but what did we want?" Number 6. The reason it made sense at the time. It's easy to say something is happening, but to be believable, you'll need to have a solid foundation on which to base something on. And though how it's clearly fake, back then there was a solid reason why the breakup of Cardi B and Offset made sense. And that's because of Offset. Not because he was jealous of Cardi B or anything, or that he didn't have the same kind of fame that she was getting in the recent years, but rather he's been known to have affairs with multiple women. In fact, Cardi B is not the only woman he's had a child with.
I like seeing my beautiful daughter. Say hey.
He's had several other children before Cardi B, but it seems like once they got together and they were dedicated and committed to one another, then months after their wedding, Offset was accused of sleeping with another woman, one who apparently got the act on tape and was threatening to expose Offset. Upon hearing this, Cardi B's fans just went crazy, ballistic. Say what you will about the queen of rap herself, but the fans are eternally loyal, and they wanted her to be happy, and in their eyes, Offset would not be able to do that. So the social media verse went crazy and started bombarding Cardi B with messages about how she should break up with Offset. It got so numerous at one point that Cardi B herself had to go and make a statement saying that while she appreciates the fans' support, she was going to be loyal to her man. And despite more fan outreach, the two seemed to be getting along just fine until they weren't, and then they were separated, or so they claimed. Number 5. Building up the lie. Alright, so they were separated, and for about a week or so, the two did a really good job of making it seem like they were really split up for good. Sources close to Cardi B were talking about how she wouldn't consider reconciliation at the time. Cardi is strong and going to take care of her daughter culture and work. She's going to live the life she built, the source said. She's not considering getting back with Offset. They've been through a lot together and both love culture deeply. Meanwhile, Offset was doing his best on Twitter to show repentance of his actions, and even lashing out at times and saying how much he missed his ex-wife, eventually going on to render a full apology. "I only got one birthday wish, and that's to get my wife back. Cardi." He said in a video clip, "We're going through a lot of things right now, a lot of things in the media. I want to apologize to you, Cardi. I embarrassed you. I made you look crazy, doing things I have no business. I was partaking in activity that I shouldn't have been taking in, and I apologize. Breaking your heart, breaking our promise, breaking God's promise, and being a selfish, messed up husband. I'm trying to be a better person. I want to get this off my shoulders. I want to get this off my back. I apologize to you, Cardi. I love you." It all sounds lovely, doesn't it? But don't be fooled, because this was just the tip of the iceberg for the insanity that was to come. Because the very next day, on December 15th, 2018, Cardi B was doing a concert in front of a live crowd, and guess who showed up to try and win his wife back? Offset, of course.
Hey.
And he wasn't alone. He had people bring some props with him on stage to try and win Cardi back. One of the items was a massive flower float that said, "Take me back, Cardi." Now, there are two sides of this equation. First is that Cardi B sold the fact that this was a surprise, even though looking quite displeased and upset about what was going on. But when you look at it from the wide viewpoint, it just does not make sense. A, there's no way that Offset would have been there without Cardi B finding out in some fashion. B, the props would have been on backstage. Unless something was expertly effectively hidden, Cardi B would never have seen it. And see, given that this happened all on stage, that meant the stage managers and mic guy and even more were in on it, which means they betrayed Cardi in a way to get Offset on stage with a working mic just to try and win her back. Circumstantial evidence? Maybe, but again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Number 4, caught together. If you're trying to sell a lie, such as we're splitting up, there is one very simple rule you need to follow in order to keep up that lie. Don't get seen together in an unexpected place. The concert was one thing, and that was a public event that Offset crashed to be with her. However, not a week even later, in Puerto Rico, the two were caught on camera riding a jet ski together. Yeah, it's true. It's not the most compelling evidence ever, but think about it. They were both in another country, and both of them were on the same jet ski. If you're separating with someone and it's awkward being around them, like Cardi's sources were claiming it to be, you wouldn't share a car with that person, let alone a jet ski. But it gets even better, because after being caught and the photos being exposed all over the internet, Cardi noted that the only reason that she was with Offset there was because she wanted to sleep with him. She used some more graphic language, but you get the idea. So, do I need to really spell out why this is a very stupid thing to say to try to cover up this connection? Alright, first and foremost, logistics. If you want to sleep with your husband, and it's important to remember that they were separated and not divorced, you have every right to do so. So why did you have to travel a great distance to Puerto Rico in order to sleep with him? Exactly, you wouldn't. Not to mention, they weren't caught in a hotel room together or somehow caught outside of their room together. Instead, they were caught on a jet ski in public. People at TMZ who got the photo were on a boat and rode up next to them to get the picture. So if you're not together and you only exactly wanted to sleep with him, why did you go out to a public area to go and have fun on a water ski? Yeah, I don't. Alright, but also should be noted that day, before the picture was taken, both sides' sources claim that they wouldn't be spending Christmas or New Year's together. And maybe they didn't plan to, but they did spend a little time before Christmas. Number 3, reconciliation. So the two were caught together, and the more people started to wonder if this was a real breakup or not, as if to help curb the story, both sides started to leak out information about how they were going to try and work things out. Cardi is focusing on culture and her work, but has such a deep love for him that there's a good chance they could fully get back together very soon, the source said at the time. Cardi B even went onto Instagram later and noted to a fan that they were working things out. In February of 2019, Offset revealed that he and Cardi B were going through some counseling to help get back together. You gotta go through the steps and different things so we can grow.
I did something that's wrong, but bro, don't kill me.
The rapper said on The Breakfast Club on February 27th, look, marriage counseling looked cooler. Not on the TV though, real behind the scenes, getting to know each other, getting to know who you're with and appreciate them all the way around. We're working through it, gotta work, don't stop, we're young man. How convenient. They're going to marriage counseling, and yet no one can confirm this outside of the two of them. Yeah, it's honestly too neat of a bow to be true, and that's the sad nature of this, as there are many who use counseling to get better in regards to their marriage. And it's clear that Offset and Cardi B aren't actually doing this. They just said that to help them get in the right mindset in the public eye.
Welcome to the Grammys.
Which, speaking of, number 2, the Grammys. A few weeks before that statement from Offset was made, the curtain truly dropped on the Cardi Offset situation, as they not only went to the Grammys together, they not only held hands on the red carpet together, but when Cardi B won a Grammy, she noted the following: "Husband, thank you." Nah, seriously, he was like, "You want to do this album, girl." She said, "You gonna have this baby, and we gonna make this album. Thank you so much, everybody."
You husband, thank you. Nah, seriously, because he was like, oh, you gonna do this album, girl.
Yep, she thanked her separated husband for the award, and she didn't really have to do that. She could have just said a million different things, and yet she went with that. And that's some fast reconciliation that they were able to go through, not considering the talking to let's go to the Grammys together. So that begs the question. Number 1, what was the point? That is the question, isn't it? That they would go through and do this whole fiasco and dance routine that was all for what? The simple answer is attention. Controversy creates a cash, as a man once said. And the nature of the breakup was very controversial, as there were circumstances behind it, so by that token, the more people delved into the situation, the more they would be focused on Cardi B and Offset. Then when the inevitable reconciliation happened, they would be seen as a pair of truly in love, and thus be praised for working it out. Offset would have been forgiven for his crimes, and Cardi B would be praised for her forgiving nature. And all the while, their fans supporting both of them, and people are being drawn in so they can support them too. Unfortunately for them, most fans felt it was a shame, and while it did get a lot of buzz, it likely didn't satisfy them for what they were going for, and that really serves them right. And there you have it, the proof that Cardi B and Offset faked their breakup. So did you suspect that the breakup was fake? And can you believe that they did this act to begin with? Also, do you think they might try pull it off again later in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on King Trending. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these three. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.